All right.
Wasn't sure we were
That's
going to do the noises for this.
Vettel and Raikkonen
Yeah, that's right.
crashing at the end.
For no reason at all.
I
For
know,
no
it's
reason
like
at all.
crazy.
Like, it made no sense.
Like I've already said that, but Kimi needs to retire while he is like still respected.
Yeah, and
You know,
liked.
Is
I
he
know,
still
it's-
respected? I mean,
He is,
I've lost
he is.
a ton of respect for him this year. I mean, he's been a dog in that car. I mean,
Man,
it's
his
not a
radio-
good car. It's not a good car, but he's been a dog in that.
He's not. But his radios are still awesome. So
Oh, yeah.
that gives him a lot of credit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, people still want him as driver of the day. I'm glad he didn't win it yesterday because it would have been a real awkward time. He's just crashed into Vettel.
Yeah.
Jimmy,
Yeah,
you're
well-
driver of the day. What?
I did what?
But it was kind of sad, right? Because they were 17th and 18th
Yeah.
when they crashed. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it wouldn't change much, but
Yeah, it made no sense. It just cost a lot of money for what they did. Exactly. Well,
true.
Well, boys, we're together to review the Austrian GP. I know LK slept through 68 of those laps, and Jamie was cheering on his man Danny Rick. So,
Oh, yeah.
opposite sides of what we saw there. But maybe we'll start with a couple of our shout outs. LK,
Yeah.
who would you like to give a shout out to on our live episode?
I'm not even gonna try to say his name, but it's Thomas Kirschenreit or something like that.
Is that not
Krishna,
Italian?
right?
Is that not Italian as well?
It's German.
No, okay.
It was his birthday last week. I promised a shout out. I forgot, so I'm shouting out now. Happy belated birthday.
Some
He's
friends
at-
you are. Some friends you are.
At T_Kirschnerite. Sorry if I butchered your name. And also shout out to It's Marlon, LOL, at Invested Puppy 47. We came across each other's thread, and we both agreed that neither Lewis Hamilton or Max Verstappen should win World Drivers' Championship for the betterment of sports. They should just be skipped, and someone else should take over and win the championship. So
George
this is
Russell.
my shout out. Yeah,
Very
that would've been
benevolent
better.
of you. All right, Jamie, who you want to shout out?
So I'm just going to shout out some boys that are well known to us. Alistair at Verstappensel. Sorry, he's our blogger, and at Dan Morris F1. Dan Morris for jumping on the live stream for me for qualifying.
Yep.
I was literally drowning by myself, and they kind of jumped on to rescue me. So thanks, boys. I really appreciate it, and you did good. Even though I was 40 seconds ahead of you guys watching the TV.
Yeah, it was a ton of fun to jump in. I mean, I dominated the chat
Yep.
without a doubt. So,
Well,
go ahead.
I was flying. Sorry, I couldn't join, but I want to do that next time.
You're so dedicated.
Well, sounds like fun.
All right,
It was
so
pretty good.
I want to shout out my man, my new friend Casper. He may or may not be he's a friendly ghost to me, but he is just completely turned LK white, because he scared him to death. He slapped you around, LK, on Twitter. I mean, he went I would say he went quasar on you. He just focused photons right on your body and just completely toasted you down to the bone. Would you like for me to send you like a monster-sized box of aloe because you need it for the burn you received?
That's your opinion. I think I got out of that.
Casper, you're my man.
Pretty well.
Casper, you are my man.
I'm just glad it's not me.
Yeah. For once, you survived.
Flying under the radar.
Yeah, we just put on the shades and just hope we don't get blinded by.
Again, like I think people get so blinded by their fandom that they forget to understand and see other people's opinion. And all I said is that in my opinion, Verstappen is more like bigger asshole than Lewis is. And I'm starting to like Lewis again, like I used to like him before he became this asshole that wins everything and thinks he's the king. So, I think I would rather see Lewis win one more time, and then with the rag changes, maybe someone else will win, than see Verstappen, because Verstappen is literally the monkey that you keep giving steroids, and he's going to grow into a King Kong, and nobody's going to be able to control him. That's the problem with Verstappen. So
wow. Be honest. It was comment to Lando Norris, right, when he let him past. That's what did it for you, wasn't it?
It was very nice. I
Very
got
humble.
yeah, but you know what? That shows weakness because it shows like that old wise guy that knows his time is gone. You know, he's just gonna incentivize the younglings. But it was very nice of him. Very out of character. I did not understand that at all. But kudos to him. It was cool to see it.
Well, Casper, you are officially the treasurer of the Jason fan club. So keep doing what you're doing, Casper, and scaring LK
fuck
out
off.
of his. All right. Well, Jamie, maybe you want to talk about qualifying. I mean, since you were live streaming, I mean, it was a pretty cool qualifying to watch, right?
Yeah, it was probably the best one we've had so far. You have the balls of Russell in Q2 go on the mediums to set a faster time. Max was just solid. Bit off in Q2, set a good time, but that Q3 time that he did first was, I think I said it on the live stream as soon as he did it, it's probably not going to get beat. He doesn't really have to go out. Lando to be 4 100ths off that time was amazing in that McLaren. Shocking day for Mercedes to be not even on the front row and only one of you on the second row was just insane. And for all of us McLaren fans, I know we're all out there, we're all watching right now. Shocking from Daniel on Saturday. He's definitely not missed a Saturday, but he's got it on Sunday, so that's all that matters.
Okay, your Ferrari boys, kind of did their Ferrari thing. Kind of same thing we saw the previous week, right?
I mean, Sainz dominating, right? And when are we going to start talking about Sainz dominating? Not qualies, but man, if you want to talk about Mr. Consistency after Norris, like Sainz right up there, right? Like Sainz, is certainly justifying his salary at Ferrari. And you and I talked about the pre-qualies last week, and we were like, we don't know if Ferrari is for you or not. Yeah. I'm starting to think they are the real number 4 right now.
Oh yeah,
with a potential to fight with McLaren. Like had McLaren had a better duo, they would probably be like the clear number 3. But Ferrari can catch up. So I mean, they are for real. I don't know what they did. I don't know if they started dropping some engine oil back to the gas tank for that little boost. Yeah, but they're doing well. It's nice to see the Ferraris up top. And Mr. Mario Kart again trying to take people out of the race.
Oh yeah.
But
you don't know how badly I wanted him to just punt somebody, just to make make my prediction right that he was going to take out another vehicle. Just every time they would cut to him, I was just hoping he would cut across the front of somebody.
Well, and actually, Perez not crashed, but got him out of the track, so it was kind of payback, right?
Yeah,
twice to him.
Twice.
Yeah, twice. Yeah. So, what did you guys think about the race? I think it was clear right after quali that Vettel was going. No, sorry, not Vettel. Verstappen was going to dominate, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
But to me, the most impressive part of the race was Norris holding Hamilton. What did you think about his performance?
So. Okay, I want to give all the credit for Norris for certainly qualifying. He looked very, very good, very comfortable in the car. But then I don't want to give him too much credit for what he did in the race. Okay, so he held up Lewis for a while, but Lewis did have damage. I mean, if you saw some of the in-cars, I mean, his car was not super easy to drive. I wouldn't say it's the worst driving car we've seen, but not easy to drive. So I don't want to overinflate what he did, but he took the third best car on the grid and did as good a finish as you could have ever expected from him. So I give him credit for that, but I don't want to inflate it, any more than what it was.
Jamie, your opinion?
Yeah, I mean, I think he was a lot better than I think Jason's given him credit for. He did maintain that gap to Bottas. Bottas didn't blow it out. He kept. I mean, it's not Lewis Hamilton, it's Bottas, but he held it. He probably at some stages looked like he could have gotten with inside DRS and given it a good crack to maybe get that second spot. But he had a really good race. He just drove exactly what he had to drive. Lewis Hamilton's damage was disappointing, but I think he was always on for a podium because if Lewis didn't have the damage, he stays in second, and I think Lando pushes it a lot harder to get towards Bottas and probably still gets that third.
The real credit for Norris should go to him teaching Danny Ricciardo how to drive that car in a week, right? Because he showed, oh, hey, Danny, do what I do. Turn it like this.
Just follow me.
Yeah, follow me. And you know what? It worked.
The thing is, Hamilton had a problem with the car. Not Norris' fault. It's Hamilton's fault. Like, I won't take credit out of Norris for that.
No.
And also, McLaren came into the weekend and say, "Yeah, we were fighting for third like team in the grid. We're fighting with the AlphaTauris, etc., etc." Even his engineer in the beginning of the race basically said, "With Gasly's ninth, like X amount of seconds ahead, don't fight with Hamilton." And Norris was like, "Leave me alone. I want to race." You know, and I think that spirit is what impressed me. Like, he's really out there trying to compete. He's not, because he could easily, after that radio, give the position up for Hamilton, just let Hamilton go. But he fought hard, and I appreciate that. You know, I liked that, you know, spirit and will, you know, to be out there and up top. So kudos to him.
So I just wanted to talk about Max's win a little bit, if we can. That, you know, so it's the Grand Slam, right? That he led all the laps, got the fastest lap, you know, was on pole, and really, I mean, okay, his maturity has just been so impressive. I mean, okay, I know you know nothing about drivers. I know you know nothing about their evolution. You know nothing about personal growth.
He's been consistent.
I mean, Verstappen, I mean, okay. You probably still sleep with a Lammy, or actually, I probably bet you're probably sleeping with that little doll that your mother gave you of Senna. But I mean, Verstappen has grown up a lot. I mean, we went from the kid who was yelling "no" to his race engineer to now, like, he runs as fast as he has to, right? Like, so yesterday was a good example of him. He didn't push when he had to, and then I know there's still that fire in him to, like, hey, I want to push and get the fastest lap. But, you know,
am I ready? Can I answer that question?
Well, you want to pull your thumb out of your mouth and
listen,
go ahead.
Listen, here's the thing: is he performing well? Absolutely. There's no argument there. He's showing, right, that he's doing well and he's performing well. However, he's a spoiled little brat. And if he wins the championship, you guys are going to be crying when he wins 2, 3, and 4. You know, like, I think he's going to be more of a problem than Hamilton is. Had he not been winning, and that was my argument with Casper, had he not been winning this year, he would be still the same Max as 6 months ago, complaining about everything. You know, so that's my point. I am here recognizing that, you know, on track he's doing great. However, don't tell me that he changed his personality, you know, from one extreme to the other. I don't agree with this maturity thing.
It's easy to be relaxed when everything's going right for you on a weekend.
Exactly.
When he's sitting behind Lewis and he can't pass like Monaco or 2 years ago. That's when the true Max is there. When it's easy, he can be cool and calm and collected. But when things don't go right.
And he's taking everything out of that car. Like, Hamilton would get closer in quality, he would just, like, put half a second ahead.
Yep.
You know, like, he's really riding this wave, and the kudos to him, the team. Like, you know, even Perez is doing better in qualities and all. You know, so yeah, they are the team to be beaten. But I'm hoping that, as in 17 and 18, Mercedes can pull a summer break miracle and just be able to give Lewis a better car.
It's that meme, you know, Sebastian Vettel talking to Max Verstappen. It's like, he likes to do that. He likes to let you get a lead, and then he takes it away.
To me, the only thing more impressive than, you know, Verstappen's maturity recently has been the fact that Jamie refuses to pick him to win the race. Like, this week, even Lewis Hamilton picked Verstappen to win this race, but Jamie's no.
That's a British thing. It's a British thing. We're better than that. If it's not Hamilton, it's Norris. So they're my predictions.
That was lap 1, turn 1. Ocon just has a bad day. I mean, Ocon.
Best couple of days, right?
bad couple of weeks. I mean, well, but Jamie, what do you think? Do you think Ocon and Alonso, this dynamic here, what's it showing?
Well, Was it before he's? I think the contract is a sort of a barometer for where he was before to where he is now. He was not kicking Alonso's ass, but performing really good and way above. People were talking about him potentially being in that Mercedes seat when Lewis Hamilton decides to give it away and signs a new contract. And he's been terrible at his own Grand Prix. He was slow and sluggish. He had nothing on Alonso. Last week, another terrible weekend where Alonso inside Q3 and looked really good in the race. And again, this weekend, Alonso could have easily been in that top 5 on the grid had it not been for Seb Vettel. But, and Ocon qualifies 17th and is out on the second corner because, you qualify in the garbage, you're going to deal with garbage drivers. Not that Giovinazzi's a bad driver, but you got a Haas outside you. They're not that great, and Giovinazzi's got to go somewhere. Like
it's almost as if you tell that kid that that plays okay, like hey, you're gonna be a future star, and then the kid just goes up its head and it starts sucking. That's what happened with Ocon and his new contract. It could be a curse of the contract, or it could be that he went up to his head. But Alonso comes in with his cane. Jumps into the car, changes geriatric diaper, and just kills it. He's killing it. And I'm hoping that with the rag changes next year, he can fight for titles again because he's just doing great.
Yeah, this is definitely a case of the contract curse that he signs this really what we would call a long-term deal and then just completely disappoints. I mean, the only thing that's been more disappointing over the last couple of weeks has been Paul di Resta's commentary. I mean, this guy is terrible. If I hear Paul di Resta say, push the loud pedal one more time, I'm going to push a pencil into my eardrum. Okay. I'm so sick of him. I actually, when I hear him, I want to turn the volume up because I want it loud enough to give me permanent ear damage so I don't have to listen to him talk anymore. I mean, the closest Paul di Resta ever got to greatness was that he hired Lewis Hamilton's father to be his manager. Can't stand Paul di Resta. Get him out of there. Ocon completely flat on his face, but hopefully, the break will help him.
Bring Karum, bring Karum to be more prominent. Yeah, Karum is awesome. But our buddy 3M SIYES, I don't.
3Ms, yes.
Yeah, our only watcher here, and thank you for watching. He's saying that Ocon has a problem with straight line speed. He's 6 to 8 kilometers per hour. Jason, this is about 3 to 4 miles per hour. Difference,
that makes
difference to Alonso. So maybe he's not pushing the pedal all the way down.
The loud pedal,
yeah.
So we also saw that Ricardo had a recovery, so great for him, and but also Norris and Sergio had a great battle in the early laps. I mean, I could have watched that all day, right, Jamie? I mean, that was great racing.
It was awesome, and there were a few battles like this throughout the race. But yeah, that first lap where into turn 2, Perez tries to bomb him. Lando gets a good exit. They hold it into that turn 3, which I think Lando thought was where the incident happened, but safety car, come back around lap 3, it happens again. That's the type of racing you want to see. Max won it first corner, he was gone, race was over, but everything else behind that was awesome and made it actually a kind of interesting race. And hard done by for Norris to cop that penalty. I think that was absolute shit.
Okay, what did you think of the penalty?
It was bullshit. Let's talk about penalties in general because I don't want to waste a lot of not waste, but I don't want to spend a lot of time on that. I think all the penalties were bullshit. Even those to Checo, that was race, and I even posted about that on Twitter. Is this how Snowflake Formula One is gonna look like in 10 years? Right, we can't race anymore. Might as well put the slot cars. When you were a kid, you play slot cars. Let's do that with Formula One. Yeah,
you
exactly.
have this line, you have this line. Don't change.
I fucking and even Alonso was pissed. In the first turn and the first lap, everyone was going out, right, and off the track to turn on turn 1. And it's what the fuck, what are we doing here? And Michael Masi just needs to be fired. He's a clown.
Yeah.
He's more of a clown than Binotto at Ferrari.
The only good thing about it,
he needs to be fired.
The only good thing about it was he was consistent with his terrible decisions.
He was,
They were all
but
bad.
you know where
On the bright side.
he wasn't consistent with the points because Norris was the only one that got points on his record.
Oh, really? I didn't hear about the points.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
saw
he-
5
don't know
seconds.
that either. Wow, that's crazy.
He got 2 points, so his total points in 12 months went up to 10. 2 more points, he gets a race ban. You know, like
Holy crap,
It-
man! That's a joke.
Yeah, in real time when I saw it, real time, I was thinking that's just hard racing. I mean, that's as hard nosed as it gets. But I mean, I could have watched it all day and I would have been happy with nothing.
And
No
even-
penalty there.
even Checo and Leclerc, like they both turned 4 and 6,
Yeah,
like both incidents. It was racing incident. They were racing.
You're
They were
trying
trying
to take
to
an outside line.
exactly. I mean, what are we doing
Len-
here?
Lando Norris even put it right. He's like, for that turn one, he said turn 1 incident, but it's like what did he think was going to happen when he tried to go around the outside? And he's 100% right. You want to take that risky line. You want to get outside and put it to the limit. Lando's got to turn, like he can't just turn tight, you know. He needs to hold some sort of a line, and that's what
Even the
happens.
Cry Master, Christian Horner, didn't complain. He thought it wasn't a penalty
True.
He said
offense.
racing
So-
incident, just a
Yeah,
racing
exactly.
incident.
Yeah.
But Michael
So-
Masi, snowflake.
Well, LK, you mentioned your team Ferrari, so you know it looked like they both had really good pace in the race there. I mean, their quality was terrible. They start outside the top 10, but you know finish up high in the points. So, LK, what'd you think of your boy Sainz, and then the most consistent man on the grid?
Well, Sainz need a better supporting driver, right? Just bring Giovinazzi to that second seat of Ferrari, kick Leclerc's butt out of the team. You know, let's bring that Italian blood into Ferrari to support Sainz into his championship next year.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see. The car is getting better. You know, they are eating more pasta and meat sauce. I think that's helping their brains to work. You know, whatever they're doing well. Keep doing, boys. Keep developing that car for next year.
You're
Okay,
Italians and your pasta.
last episode, didn't you say they were selling cigarettes to babies? I think that's what you said.
What?
Yeah, I think that's
Say
what you
that.
said. Philip Morris. Yeah, Jamie, what'd you think about Ferrari's finish there?
Did you get paid for this ad at least?
As a McLaren fan, it was annoying to see them kind of go around Ricciardo easily, but he was on a different strategy. It was all about points for him. I kind of
That's
agree
exactly
with
what
OK.
it was. Strategy. Yes.
I kind of
That's why
agree
they
with.
went flying by him.
I agree with OK. I think Giovinazzi would be a much better second driver to Carlos Sainz. Leclerc came onto the scene with all this like buzz and hype, and since he signed that contract, much like Ocon, he kind of hasn't really produced it. He's got some poles. You know, he's looked good on a Saturday, which, you know, they recently haven't looked good on Saturdays, which is a weird turnaround for them. They can't seem to get a whole weekend together. But I think I'm a Bergamo Bullet guy. Get him in that other Ferrari seat. Sainz is clearly the better driver at that team. Like, he had a rough start to the season, and look at him now. He's flying. But the only thing that hampers that is Leclerc's 5-year contract.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money to pay out.
Giovinazzi has done nothing to warrant being promoted into Ferrari. I mean,
He's
Listen,
what
he's
do you mean?
Italian. He's Italian on an Italian
What do you
team.
mean?
That's all it matters.
Yeah.
For a second driver. God, so
if you look at Leclerc is pitching it into the corners. He is driving really, really hard.
throwing
it
some
makes no
bananas
sense
here
to
and
me.
there. But
I mean, he's running. He's running over all his competitors, but I mean, he is driving very hard, and
So-
you wouldn't take him out of that seat for anything. That's ridiculous.
I think just the money. is the only
Where's
reason why.
Ozum? Where can I get Ozum on here to straighten you two up? That is ridiculous.
Here,
Oh, she's gonna hate
here's the
us.
thing. I'm gonna go off script here for a second, and I was thinking about that today.
Oh, 4-4.
Everyone talks about Lando and Sainz relationship, right? How great they were and how much chemistry they had. And I'm not arguing. I think they were great teammates. They had a lot of chemistry. They have the same interests and hobbies out. That's why they got great. However, let me pose this scenario. If both of them were a Mercedes, do you think they would have this kind of relationship? Where I'm going with it is McLaren was on a rebuilding phase. So they didn't have any pressure. They know that they knew the car wasn't gonna go up there. So have them be driving like a Mercedes car, which was highly competitive. do you think they would be as close together, as friendly as they were at McLaren?
Probably not, but I mean, unless if they were very close in points, then I think it would get really nasty, a la Rosberg. But if the points differential got big enough, then I think they would know who's the number one, and just everything would be deferred there, because that's basically Mercedes' deal seems to legitimately be whoever is in the lead is who we're going to back, right?
Yeah.
So whoever does the best is who will back. But once you build up a big enough lead, okay, now your boy Valtteri knows, he has no chance of catching Lewis, and so he knows he's solidly number 2, and he's just got to do whatever's best for the team, even though he barely does any of that.
But that's the thing.
I think it would just depend on what the situation was.
And I'm not discrediting. I like the relationship that they had at McLaren, but I think if they were driving competitive cars, they wouldn't have this kind of relationship, because they would be fighting against each other. That's my whole point.
So my barometer on this is, you look at Mercedes, right? Hamilton and Nico Rosberg were so tight and competitive that their relationship was toxic. They were friends growing up, but it became toxic because of that battle. Right. Bottas comes in that season after Rosberg retires. And Lewis and Bottas are, pretty chummy, good friends. It looks all good, happy. It was what they wanted. Yeah,
because Bottas is a second driver. Right?
Yeah. And then now Bottas starts getting a little bit better. He's getting a bit more frustrated because there's pressure on him. That relationship has gone toxic again. So if they were both to drive the Ferrari this season, at first, it'd be all friendly and chummy. But as one driver sort of slips away, or things don't go their way, or like a couple of strategy decisions go against them, that relationship's going to turn toxic again, as it does. It has to in Formula One.
And I think, and for some reasons, I think Sainz moving to Ferrari was beneficial for them to keep that relationship. Yeah. Because for McLaren is great this year. Imagine both of them fighting for points. Yeah. It would be good for McLaren, but I don't think they would be able to have kept that chemistry. Yeah. So in a lot of ways, Sainz coming as the underdog at Ferrari and not getting enough credit and just like destroying everything, it's great because he's getting a lot of credit for Ferrari. McLaren is clearly Norris's team, so I think that helped. That's something just came to my mind. I just wanted to hear your opinion on that.
Well, a good battle that we got to see yesterday was, what you might consider the future versus the past, right? You got to see Russell and Alonso battle it out. So Jamie, two of your heroes going after it. What were you thinking when you saw it?
All I thought was, when they started to mention it, was how much quicker Alonso was looking, and that Russell was very quickly going to lose that points finish. Yeah. It took a lot longer. I think he fought off as hard as he could. He pushed Alonso to the limit, which is why I think Alonso paid him so much respect. But at the end of the day, he was on medium compound tires. George's tires were really old. I thought, this is going to suck. He's not going to be able to hold him off for that long. And sure enough, he got him down that back straight. And he even said, I think after the race, Alonso, he goes, as I came up behind him and I realized what we were racing for, I wanted it to be any other driver than George. He has a lot of respect for him as a driver, but, this is racing. That's what happens.
Yeah, race is race.
Yep.
And
he needs the points.
Yeah. And Russell was able to hold him for 7 laps? I think he did a great job holding Alonso, and he almost lost the position at one point and was able to get back. In front of Alonso. So that was a great race and performance by Russell. And it's just like showing the glimpse of the future. I really want him to get a point with the Williams. I think both of them deserve that. But no, I just want them to also confirm him as a driver for Mercedes next year. I think that will also give
next week.
Yeah, it will give him a boost of confidence as well.
Yep,
he needs that, and I'll just be done with it. Let him run and race the second half of the season. With no pressure, knowing about his future, and maybe it will give him enough of a boost that he can just go and score a point. Because Latifi is another one that needs to fucking get out of Formula One.
Yeah,
he's terrible. I know he's the one that puts money on the team, but just get the fuck out.
Yeah, the only reason.
Go ahead, Jamie.
The only reason I think Mercedes won't make that decision before the end of the season is just because they want Bottas to keep the hope that he's fighting for a seat. The second they take that away from him, you might as well kiss the Constructors' Championship goodbye.
No, they might as well
won't care.
they might as well put George in that seat.
Yeah, very true.
Exactly what they need to do this season.
I mean, he showed with that fight against Alonso that he is one of the best drivers on the grid. He just has a really bad car. Like you put him in a good car.
It's looking so bad for Mercedes that even I said it would look bad for them if they did that mid-season. But now I think I'm starting to advocate that they should just
you have to. You just
talk about impressions. Impressions.
But it can't be worse. Yeah.
I want him to get the point for Williams, but like it would have been great if he'd got the point this weekend.
Yeah.
We got a break, signed the contract, switched the drivers around, and then he British Grand Prix, Lewis Hamilton, George Russell, 1-2 finish.
Yeah.
Would have been perfect.
Yeah, it would have been great. But maybe we'll still get the switch soon, but
maybe.
Yeah, I was on the same side too of like watching that battle. It felt it was good to watch, but it also like the inevitable thing of Alonso passing and him missing out on the point. It kind of hurt, but that just hopefully that just makes the next one even better. And then when he does it in the Mercedes seat, it's gonna be really fun.
It will taste better.
So
the car is good.
Something that did not taste good was Tsunoda. I don't know what Tsunoda thought he was doing yesterday. The inexcusable, unforgivable.
Well, how many? Two or 3 times?
Two.
I think it was only twice. Only twice.
He only pitted twice.
If the race had been longer, he may have done it more.
Yeah.
What was? I mean, okay. What? Okay. Oh no! No. Let's go to Jamie because Jamie thinks he's a great second driver. What is your great second driver doing that he can't even go into the pits correctly?
Man, like, he's got to be like the dumbest driver on the grid. Like, I'm including Mazepin in that, but at least he spins because he's pushing hard. He doesn't. Oh, I'm pitting and then go over the white line to come back in. Like he doesn't make small mistakes like that. He just.
They should make they should make like something on the tarmac so they could see like where they should go into the pit. Like that. Maybe they can get that rule change. Oh wait, there's a great big white line that shows you where to drive. You can't even do that correctly.
It was
okay. What did you think of Tsunoda the first or the second time?
That was a race that he had raced before in Formula 2 or whatever he raced last year. Yeah. So this is a track that he knows.
Right. And last week as well.
Yeah,
true. Yep. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on the first time, right? Hey, errors happen, right? But then you proceed to do that again, like what, 10, 15 laps later? Dude, you are the real Mr. Consistency or whatever you say that in Japanese, because right on, you did that twice, almost in the exact same spot. And I think it was the rest or someone said, oh, yeah, he's a rookie and that's why he's there, like to make mistakes. No, fuck that. Bullshit.
How many times have they gone into the pit lane the whole 2 weekends?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, did he complain that his car was different from Gasly this time or what?
No, he was pretty quiet, I think.
Maybe
vocal in practice.
Maybe we should start calling him Mr. Roboto because you keep just doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
No, that's got to be Carlos Sainz. Did you see he posted 3 lap times in a row that were exactly the same?
Really?
Yeah, it was like 130 something 0.009 for 3 laps in a row, like lap 24, 25, and 26, all perfectly the same time. Like that's a robot.
Well, so we get to see. I don't know what you would call it, if it was a good race or a boring race. I felt like there was enough action there, but the real action that our fans care about is how terrible did Jamie do with his predictions.
Oh,
all right.
Before that, I posted from the show account who wants a $25 gift Amazon gift card.
Yeah.
Some people responded. So here is how it's gonna work, right? If you made up to this point, you will know the secret word, and the secret word is avocado. So this is what you're gonna do. You're going to go follow us and subscribe to our channel on YouTube, right? You're going to go and follow us on Twitter. Take a screenshot of your YouTube subscription. We can check the Twitter following with the code word avocado. And in the next show, we're going to pick 3 names out of the hat for a $25 Amazon gift card. So again,
I had
subscribe to Twitter. subscribe to YouTube, follow us on the Twitter, both of the show accounts. Go post a screenshot of the YouTube subscription with the code word avocado.
Can I add maybe an Apple Podcast review with the code word in it? Even if you just go 5 stars avocado in the written section.
Sure, if you want to do that, yeah.
Just to boost our reviews, we've got 2. So
we would appreciate, yes. That would be nice.
All right. Well, so somebody tell me how terrible were Jamie's predictions.
All right,
because
so
we hated them live.
Champion.
I'm going to get it wrong every time, like the winner, because I'm going to pick either Lewis Hamilton or Lando Norris to win. So I got that wrong, but I got Norris on the podium and a double points finish for McLaren finally. Thank you, Dan Ricciardo.
Yeah,
I mean,
when we saw that, like there was actually, I thought there was no chance that they would get double points. So I mean, at least that was a decent call, but yeah.
Can we make this the last one of these softballs? As much as I agreed that Ricardo on the top 10 is kind of hard.
Yeah,
we need to make the hot takes
outrageous. Yeah,
come on, like Mazepin will winning last. Come on, like you just throwing softballs.
No, wait,
so make points.
No, wait, did you picked Mazepin to? Do you say finish or qualify higher? You say
qualify ahead of Schumacher. Right, I lost, but maybe next race when he gets the new chassis.
Talk about me just picking Lewis Hamilton to win and getting it wrong every time.
Come on, like the hot takes is something that needs to be crazy. It's like your money line.
I just thought
like imagine if somebody like picked where both Ferrari cars were gonna finish in a race when they shouldn't have finished 6th and 7th, and they were completely correct, right? And then people call him a clown, and what are we doing here?
Hey, we gave you your respect for that, all right?
I'm gonna remind you every episode until this podcast ends.
I mean, let's be fair.
All your nose is red, the whole face is red, Jason. What's going on here?
I mean, if Ricciardo didn't have engine problems last week, he would have finished top 10, and I wouldn't have done it this week. But
whatever, Jamie. Like,
I'll bank on this week. He was in 8th when his engine failed.
Jamie gets 2 points. Then
come on, Lewis, help me out, man.
I get Verstappen winning, right? Yeah. I got Norris in 3rd. Or no, Sainz in 5th. Right, that's my score. Yeah. So I also get 2 points.
Yep.
My friend here, Clownster here, Jason, gets 1 point.
I pick winners.
You pick the winner.
Yeah, just 3 weeks ago, I picked the winner. Yeah, that's all that matters. I was very close. I think my surprise pick was Leclerc taking out another car, and he was the one that got taken out. So I should have said either he takes out himself or he takes someone else. But
someone gets vendetta.
So Bono, my tires are gone. Did anyone win?
I forgot to put mine in, so I was right. I'm glad you gave me lap 70.
No, we put for you,
we said lap 70. Lap 70
like that was ever going to happen.
So Lewis on lap 19 said the rears are not okay. On lap 45, he said lost a lot in the rear, and then lap 49 said I don't think I can make this tire last. I don't know who did.
I think it's going to be when it first happens, right?
It's plus minus 3, right? So I said 12, and 12 plus 3 is 15, so nobody makes it. Because what was your pick, Jason? 45, right?
Oh, no. I don't know. I thought it was like 15 or 17 or something like that. I don't know.
17. Yeah, that's right. You got it.
Oh, you won it. Yeah.
You got it.
Looking at it now.
You got it. Yeah, 17. Good job. So you got a point.
Close. The points don't matter. Like Jamie's opinion.
Settle down.
So did anyone do a 3-stopper?
No, I checked it out. No.
Right, so
we were doing who was the highest finisher with the 3-stop. I really thought Sainz would that they would have split the strategy there and done that, but no.
Oh, I said Kimi, but he decided to just crash into Vettel at the end instead of like an extra pit stop.
Yeah, it's just pick my car up out here,
And they used to be friends.
I mean, that's the sucky part, but and just to wrap it up, like on the qualities on Saturday when Vettel like fucked with Alonso's lap, Even I thought Alonso was gonna go and punch him, like those epic fights after races.
Yeah,
But he was very calm and said, "Hey, at the end of the day, it wasn't Seb's fault. I thought he was gonna say it was the engineer's fault, but he said it was the car ahead of Seb that fucked Seb, and
Which was
therefore
Bottas,
fucked him. I think it was Bottas. But in my mind, it was Seb's engineer's fault to not say, "Hey, get out of the way." Let Alonso is in a hot lap.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair to the engineer, he did tell him to go about 3 or 4 seconds before Seb actually went. If he went when he told him, he would have been well and truly up to speed before Alonso came around. So,
yeah, but I mean,
it's a tough one.
10 years ago, Alonso would be like, I think, throwing punches at someone.
Yep,
because of that.
If it was NASCAR,
yeah. So it was good. But overall, it was kind of mildly exciting race. Yeah. I will never believe in any weather forecast again. It was a major disappointment not having rain. Now we have a week off. Like, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Like, I was so used to those back-to-back weeks.
Yeah.
We're gonna take some time to do some old race review
from the past.
Yep. But
overall, maybe we'll get my man Steve Matchett on.
I know. You got a retweet from
everybody. Keep pumping him. Yeah.
Okay, we could do a Senna career show if you wanted to. There's some documentary things you can watch, so we could get up to speed on him. But
as long as Jason doesn't slander his name, I'm fine with that.
One thing I did want to mention, just my last topic, is: do you think Mercedes have given up the drivers' championship chase and now just going for constructors because they switched Bottas and Hamilton around? They just decided, fuck points, let's make, because I mean, if they didn't, Norris would have caught Bottas, so they would have lost out on more points. So they've decided, keep Bottas as far up as we can. Let's go for constructors because I mean, Verstappen is way ahead now.
Yeah, but constructors is what pays the money, right? I mean, drivers doesn't pay anything. It's just for pride, right? So I don't know that they were ever truly after it. I mean,
I think they did their best. They did their best. All right, guys. It was an okay race after all. Some
the mid-pack action was where it was at.
Yeah, but I hopefully Silverstone will come with some announcements, some better package from Mercedes, and Sir Lewis back on the top.
Silverstone.
All right.
Silverstone, British Grand Prix.
All right, guys.
Bye, boys. I'll see you next time.
See you later.